And I'm here with Deborah Dunsire. She's the CEO of Millennium. It's a unit of Takeda. And Deborah, there's been a lot of talk about a changing way of doing cancer research, focusing on the genetic makeup of the tumor, not just the location, whether it's the breast or the prostate. What are some things you folks at Takeda are doing to sort of change the way we look at cancer research?
We think it's critical to take our targeted therapies and use them in the patients who can benefit the most. And the only way to do that is to measure which genetic drivers are mutated or causing the cancer to grow and evolve. So we're thinking about a phase 1 trial where patients are coming in with all types of different tumors. We'll screen for the driver mutations and then give them the combination of therapies from our portfolio that might help that specific patient with those specific drivers. And that's a new way of doing studies.
So for example, if one patient has a driver, they may get this, they may have a certain driver that's found in the breast or in the kidney or the lungs. It's not so much about where it's found. Is that sort of where things are going?
Right. We're not looking at tumors by organ. We're looking at them by what's driving them, what's making them, those cells reproduce, and then taking targeted therapies and trying to knock down maybe the 2 driving mutations, because if you just knock down one, the tumor's still got a lot of horsepower to keep reproducing, so you have to knock down more than one. But you have to know which ones to combine before you can do that.
Well, and that's the other thing, combining drugs. There's been a talk for a long time about different drug makers combining their experimental drugs. Is that something that's starting to happen now?
It certainly is, and I think traditionally drug makers have been very independent, looking at one product at a time. In cancer, we know the cancer, to quote George Sledge from his talk at the plenary session, are smart, and they're mutating, and they're bringing in additional drivers to escape around therapy. So we have to knock them down across a couple of pathways, and sometimes one drug maker might not have all of those different mechanisms within their own portfolio. So we're figuring out how to work together to bring forward novel agents, both novel, at the same time.
In a few final seconds here, you have a prostate cancer drug in development that's got a lot of excitement. What are a couple milestones investors should be watching for coming out of your pipeline?
Well, TAC 700 in prostate cancer, 2 phase 3 trials in metastatic prostate cancer, one after chemotherapy, one before chemotherapy that are enrolling. It's a very well tolerated oral therapy. It's a hormone, so not a chemotherapy, so more tolerable in general than chemotherapies. So that's one of our phase 3 trials.
To keep an eye on. Great. Thank you very much, Deborah. I appreciate your time.